Hello, welcome to NBA2K17, my career. So, we're on an 11-game win streak, and my next game is against the Pacers. So, let's go.
Now you get another chance, Small. I don't hustle like that. I hustle like this. There's not a second left.
I like the black uniforms because, in my opinion, they're the
fans,
best.
time for 2K TV Interactive. A lot of you guys are familiar with the ice in the veins. See who remembers when I first did the ice in the veins. It's up to you guys to figure that out.
I meant to click high school. I accidentally pressed RB instead of
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Oh well.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sport. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Taking a look at the Pacers, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And last year it became clear that this Bulls team was transitioning from the Derrick Rose era to the Jimmy Butler era.
Prez, how you doing? How's the campaign going?
Oh, very funny, man. You know, I plan on putting on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team ready.
Well, you better be, because that's the only chance y'all got.
I'm gonna remember that. Prez, it's on.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Guys, Chicago is one of the league's biggest markets, but it still has that blue-collar culture. Longtime Bull Luol Deng exemplified that spirit. He said if you're coming in to just show your skills, just look good, the city of Chicago is not going to accept you. They want to see you work hard night in and night out. If you do, the city will love you. Kevin?
They want grit and toughness, David. Thank you. And the Pacers playing in one of the league's smallest markets. They've had some tough attendance numbers over the last 10 years.
And one of the best basketball facilities, I think, in all the NBA. And the city of Indianapolis actually stepped up in 2014. They promised over $160 million to help offset the team's losses over the following decade in exchange for the franchise extending its lease. Long term, hopefully the fan support enables them to stay where they belong in the heart of Indianapolis.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Peacock, he's in at the point. Portis is out there with McDermott, and it's Young, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Nice release there from Prez to knock down the triple.
I love his form. I mean, it's so repeatable and clean in terms of the release. Just great stuff from Prez.
Chicago with the ball. It's a three-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
This is his first free throw of the game. Lopez hits them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Prez. Prez finishing off the play with the dunk. He won't miss many of those.
And you can just see him psyching himself up after a play like that. Nice slam by Prez.
Screen by Jefferson. And Thaddeus Young with the slam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And that last replay courtesy of Pia. To the middle, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
The kick out to Young. Down low, Lopez. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Screen by Young. Kicks it to Ellis. George with no one around. George missing again. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Inside, it's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Cans it from downtown. 8 points for Prez.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Teague dishes to Young. Screen by Jefferson. Tipped away. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. And finished off by Prez.
Masterful work from Prez here. Leaking out quickly in the open floor.
Now here's Teague. He's tightly guarded. And the call will be against Prez.
And I approve that steal.
That's his first foul.
Presidential party.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
There.
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Pacers.
It seems like they found a nice middle ground here. There's some long range, some inside the arc. That kind of offensive versatility makes it really tough for a team to defend.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. McDermott with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. George with the bucket.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense. But the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league. And really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
Prez passes to McDermott. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Young's shot is off. Pacers trail by 8. Young with no one around. And the shot falls short this time.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Ellis on the double team. McDermott kicks to Portis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Teague can't hit. The Bulls leading by 10. McDermott, no one around him. No good from outside.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Young, foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Just one moment where Young catches you the wrong way, and he'll find his way to the free throw line.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
I want to see if they can break 60 in this game because it's 56 in one game.
And he sinks the second.
And you know, as good as Young can be in the open court, doesn't quite carry over to his free throw shooting.
Here's Peacock. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Prez has got 12.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And you look at Jeff Teague, an all-star in 2015, but he's not in that superstar category yet. What does he need to do to get to that level?
You know, it's not one thing. I mean, Teague is good, not great in a lot of areas, and I think he's solidified his place as a starting caliber point guard. I think with his athleticism, he can be an even better defender, which I think is an emphasis here with the Pacers.
And that one, good. And that's now 6 points for George.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Lopez kicks to Prez from past the arc. Rebounded by Ellis. Pacers trail by 10. Feeds it to George. Stolen away. Here's Peacock. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
George with the bucket.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
The Bulls leading by 8. To the wing right side. Portis kicks to Prez. From 11 feet away, slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And Paul George occasionally will play some power forward in smaller lineups. Certainly has the length for that position.
Yes, that's exactly right. And he's an excellent rebounder, particularly on the defensive board. He does have a pretty slender frame, but, you know, depending on the matchups, he usually gains more offensively than he gives up defensively.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something...
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
For the Bulls. Now here's Teague. He's guarded closely. Screened by Young. George, that's a 2-pointer. No good off the back of the rim.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
Expanding his range, and the Bulls get it back, and it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Young dishes to Prez. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And they will call over the back on the play.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
And some changes here for the Pacers. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. And it's Brooks in for Jeff Teague.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Here's Peacock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Prez has got 20.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Passes it to Young. He kicks to Stuckey. Here's Turner. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Prez really giving him the business in this one. He's already up to 20 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
The Pacers making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
Well, it's admirable when you look at Prez, a selfless superstar with incredible potential. I think he's got a chance to be one of the all-time greats.
The Bulls leading by 13. Here's Young. Offensive rebound. Nice D from Brooks.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. From 13, that shot off the mark. And it's Chicago the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Indiana's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's the screen. It's stolen by Prez. Jumps up and finished off by Prez.
And really like how Prez keeps his hands moving, which is why he comes away with important steals.
Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. Here's Turner. They need this. And Rodney Stuckey the bucket on the assist by Turner.
Wow, risky shot there, size-wise.
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. Hey, we're in great shape, fellas. Now, no matter how much we go up, we need to keep that same winning mentality.
Shooter, but man, he's strong.
The Bulls leading by 11. Monte and George filling out the perimeter. Al Jefferson out there with Young. And it's Teague in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And it's in there.
And I love the shot selection by Prez. Playing well within the offense there and burying a lot of buckets in the process.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Nets was outstanding. He had 43 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. A truly dominating performance from him. Hopefully a sign of more great things to come. Kevin?
All right, thank you as always, David. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Screen by Jefferson. Off the screen. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Justice Young.
And, you know, Ellis is always in attack mode. He's looking for opportunities to score the ball when he's out there. He's an outstanding shooter who can make big shots and carry your offense at times.
Monte Ellis, one of the NBA's real Ironmen, only missed 3 games in the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, he's a guy who wants to answer the bell every game, doesn't want to be watching in street clothes, loves the action, loves to play, has a high impact style too. I mean, he's one of my more enjoyable guys to watch because of the verve with which he plays. When he's got the ball, he's very explosive getting to the rack.
And finish off by Prez.
Yeah, and just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
Here's Teague. Lopez with the block.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer. Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
The Bulls leading by 9. Prez kicks to Portis. He dishes it to Young. Here's Peacock. You look at that great two-man play from Prez and Young.
Well, you know Young likes to get the ball to Prez when he can, and he found him in a good spot.
For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Teague kicks to Ellis. Fades and shoots. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And what a nice play there between Orange Juice to set up that score.
And Young got the finish, but the pass from Prez was just as important.
Pacers trail by 13. Outside, George. The pass to Ellis.
Oh, it's switch game.
That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Ellis has got 5 now.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. George with the bucket. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Prez passes to Young. There's the feed to Prez. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. Second is Paul George.
I mean, if you're an opposing small forward, this could also be called a list of the league's most annoying players. I mean, they will be in your jersey all night when you're up against them.
Greg, they are an elite group of defenders. I mean, they don't just make it difficult for opposing small forwards. They pester entire teams with their activity, jumping in the passing lanes, being active with their hands and feet. Very impressive defensively.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Peacock, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Prez has got 8 here in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
McDermott dishes to Prez. Great D that time from Teague.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Jefferson. And George kicks to Jefferson. Ellis outside. Clock at 6. Teague for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Here's Teague. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington. And finish off by Prez.
Really fantastic decision by Prez there, charging into the lane and then nailing the high percentage shot.
All alone, slammed down there by Prez, and the feed from Young.
Yeah, Orange Juice making it look easy. You have to love that play from them.
Screen by Jefferson. Lopez with the steal. Now McDermott, pass to Prez. Young in the corner. And taken away by Ellis. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Prez. Teague covering. There's the dish to Prez. From downtown. No good. Shot missing. Pacers trail by 15. George passes to Ellis. Screen by Jefferson. To the wing on the left. Teague for three. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And you can tell Teague was looking for a shot on that play. Always had his hands up, ready to catch and fire.
And Young with the basket on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Dishes to Young. From beyond the arc, the offensive rebound, Lopez. Here's Portis, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's Chicago, up by 11. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Hey, scorching hot from the floor to start this game. How were you able to dominate so easily?
Man, it's 100% due to my teammates, 100%, man. They're doing all the things that don't show up in the box score. And, you know, right now they're the reason why I'm getting open and making shots.
Well, thanks very much for your time, man. Great start. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, fellas.
Nice game, bro. 69 58. Yo, that's crazy. I mean, the Pacers do suck.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels. And now they're playing like they're desperate. Do not take your foot off the gas, gentlemen. This is our game. Come on.
A flyover of downtown gives you a great perspective of our location as we welcome you back to Indianapolis. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Chicago right now, Peacock in at point guard. McDermott is out there with Portis. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Young in at the 2-guard spot. Kicks to Prez. That shot off the mark. And Indiana will come the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
Well, I don't think they're really built to play those kind of grinded-out, low-scoring games. It just doesn't seem to be in their DNA to me.
The Pacers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Pacers trail by 12. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Jefferson is now well known for his footwork, but he says he was a willing student when he first broke into the league. He said, when I got to Boston, I stole Paul Pierce's ball fake. In Minnesota, Tom Gugliotta used to kick my butt every day in practice with his turnaround jumper, so I stole that. Everyone I go against, if I like something they do, I steal it, put it in my own form. Evan?
Imitation, the highest form of flattery. Thanks, D.A. The shot by George, no good.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Prez kicks to Portis. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Peacock. And he can't bank that one in. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Always happens.
And George kicks to T.
Terrible when it starts back.
And here's George. He's got 18. Young from outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And George, here we go. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Young. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Young's got 6 points.
Yeah, sensational focus. Young not letting the D affect his jumper at all. What a gifted shooter.
Outside Teague. Here's Jefferson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Prez kicks to Portis. Right at the free throw line. That shot misses. Good defensive work there by Young.
You know, a lot of players grew up playing against older, bigger players. For Paul George, it was his older sister, Tiasha, who stands 6'4". She used to beat him up so badly on the court, it would bring him to tears. Wow. Turnabout is fair play, though. Younger brother is hooping at an all-star level now.
And you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one. It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And you think about Paul George's amateur career, he was recruited to bigger schools, but he decided to go to Fresno State. He wanted that lead role.
And you still see that hunger for that lead role here in the NBA. He wants to be the alpha dog. He wants to take on the pressure and responsibility of being a franchise player. More importantly than wanting that responsibility and platform is making sure you put the work in to handle it. And I think he has done that, so he deserves the title. He's every bit the Pacers franchise player.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. Number 5, the Bulls.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
Here's Prez. 37 points for him. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's see how Indiana stacked up. First in steals, 13th in opponent points per game, and they're in the top half of the league in challenging those shots. The opponent field goal percentage, the top half of the league. Not bad.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Jeff T. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 13 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future. Just absolute domination in this one for Turner. 9 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
And it's sent back by Turner. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Off the inbound pass.
They got off to a nice start, a good start in the first half. They've fallen off a bit here in the second half, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they just need to pick up the intensity a bit.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's foul number 2 for him.
Even when contested, Prez buries these interior shots. He's got a high motor, and he's got a lot of confidence in his ability to score.
Jaron Grant, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And here's Indiana. They're on a 12-4 run. He gets it in there. And that's 11 points for Monte Ellis.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
Here's Peacock. The shot misses. Ellis with some nice D. Pacers trail by 4. Feeds it to Young. Indiana moving it around. Young against George. Pass to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
McDermott kicks to Grant. He feeds it to Prez. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by George.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
Shot's good by Turner.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Even with high-intensity defense surrounding Prez, he makes these shots look simple. I mean, that's a gift, folks. He takes his time, stays in rhythm, and doesn't mind the pressure.
Basket good. And that's 13 points for Ellis.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Lopez kicks to Prez and taken away by Ellis. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. For the tie. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Monte Ellis, hard to believe he's got over a decade in the league already, right out of high school.
All right, let's go. I can actually do.
Chicago leading by 3. Teague and Monte are the guard set. Turner is out there with Jefferson, and it's Young in at the small forward. That's the Pacers' 5. Good. Lopez has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. And Ellis always aggressive, looking to score. He's instant offense, guys.
Yeah, he's high-octane offense, one of the best in the league at getting into the middle of the defense and making good things happen for his team.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
You know, you hate to blame anybody, but those turnovers are a big reason why they're down.
Now here's Prez. Teague covering. Turner comes with the double team. The putback, the rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Takes the 3. Ellis can't get it to go.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
He hits the 2nd from the line.
I usually don't.
Pacers trail by 6. Turner with a screen on Young. Ellis against Young. The pass to Young. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. 10 points for Thaddeus Young.
And Young can keep you honest from deep now. He's not a dead-eye shooter. He's not what you would call a laser, but he'll make a few if you don't defend him.
Portis kicks to Lopez. Here's Peacock. And again, Chicago.
That was a
no
high
good.
percentage
Indiana's
shot.
going 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Teague dishes to Young. Jefferson with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Jefferson kicks to Young. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Back to Young. To the paint. Here's Peacock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Jefferson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Paul George, he's checked in for Indiana. And he makes the first but misses the second.
And even with 1 miss, he's still able to stretch that to a 2-possession game. That is huge for them right now.
Outside Teague, poked away, out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
That's why I started running backwards.
Here's George. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. George has got 26 points.
And George can rapidly fill up the score column now. He's a high-volume shooter who doesn't hesitate at any time to let it fly.
Now the feed to Prez. He tries for three. Rebounded by Ellis.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Screen by Ellis. T kicks to Turner to tie it up. Shoots from the elbow. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
How about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Teague. T right on him. Here's Peacock. And finished off by Prez.
Speed on display to the basket from Prez. Looking like he wants to rip the rim off with that jam.
Teague the pass to Turner. Young outside. He kicks to Ellis. Indiana moving the ball around. Off the screen. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Turner. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Takes the 13-footer and too long on the shot. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ellis dishes to T. The three. Ellis can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Peacock. And it's sent back by Turner.
Really giving them fits. They just can't find an answer for Lopez. 11 rebounds and 2 steals as well.
And with the ball in his hands, he's made terrific passes, but also when he's gotten to the line, he's been consistent as well.
Yeah, I like that combination, guys. I mean, going to make your coach happy when you're getting it done in those areas, taking care of the ball, finding your teammates, and then knocking down free throws. Those are winning things.
And finished off by Prez.
Superb quickness that time on the slam from Prez. Just ramming it home in style.
Ellis kicks to T.
I think we can do.
Ball's knocked loose. Short. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Now here's McDermott, and it's Prez, top of the key. They double him with George. Prez, no good. Ejected by Young.
Love the defensive positioning from Young. Timing the block perfectly.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
And you really can't help but notice all the points they've continued to get off turnovers.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
For 3, Ellis. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Here's Peacock. And again, no good by Chicago. Pacers trail by 6. Teague left side. Knocked loose. From the baseline. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, that's a really solid decision by Ellis to throw the ball over to the open teammate, showing off his unselfishness there.
Prez kicks to Portis. Young with no one around. They grab their own miss. Lopez passes to Prez. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Prez has got 52 points. Now here's Teague. He's guarded closely. He dishes it to Ellis. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And I like the way he's settled down here. I mean, after the sloppy first half, he's done a much better job taking care of the ball.
Here's Young. At the elbow, Prez. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Prez has got 13 points in just this quarter. George with the ball. Young, a screen on Young. George, no good.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Out of bounds.
Now here's Prez. T covering. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And that's just what Prez does, getting real physical with the D on his shots.
No good on the second free throw. Pacers trail by 9. Ellis right side, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. And so it's Indiana with it. Screen by Young. George, that's a 2-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. That's 28 points for George.
Hey, a nice calm disposition and demeanor is what helps George be as good and as special as he is. It allows him to maintain his concentration on the basket despite stifling defense.
That's tipped. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Prez has got 57 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Prez leading the charge.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Turner with the screen. Lopez with the steal. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. The offensive rebound. Shots good from Young.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Ellis kicks to Turner. Looking for George. He gets it there. And George with the stuff.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down. George having a fantastic game. 11 rebounds and some big-time point production as well.
And we've all watched him just be an unstoppable force here tonight.
Well, nothing they've done on the defensive end has been able to slow him down. I mean, he's doing exactly what he wants to when he wants to do it.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Pass to Turner. Ellis outside. George up top. The high post shot. No good on that one.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Prez kicks to McDermott. Bulls moving the ball around. Pika. And again, no good by Chicago. It's 2-on-1. It's stolen by Prez. Lopez dishes to McDermott. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 11.
And how about the pressure they're able to now start to apply, taking advantage of every miscue?
Guys, the big advantage has really been the points off turnovers.
Nice game, great performance by Prez.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Chalk up 2 there. Prez has got 60.
Stellar concentration from Prez, making these tough finishes look way too easy.
Now here's Teague. Defense is right there. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And it's sent back by Lopez. Young inside. Working on Ellis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To the inside. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
I had him looking up to
1:39 left to play here in the fourth. Screen by Young. T kicks to George. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Peacock. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
And you could see, Greg, how badly they wanted this win. For two very familiar opponents, a win in the season series really carries an awful lot of extra weight.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Prez. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
In the corner, George with it. Doesn't go that time. Good defensive work there by Young. And stolen by Jeff T. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Chicago called for the foul.
And when George has the ball, then
and so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
There he is.
Yo, Prez. Ernie and the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
All right, let's get it.
And
the 2K Sports post-game show.
One more basket, man.
Welcome back,
One more
friends and
basket.
neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Kenny. I mean, that was one of the most dominant performances I've seen this year. I have to say that. It was incredible. Now, how'd you get in that kind of zone?
Possibly.
You know, I don't think it was really about me at all, man. I think it was about our team coming out and executing our game plan. Look, Coach drew up some great sets for us, and we happened to pull them off. I was just the main benefactor when it came to finishing off the plays.
Yeah, you were the main benefactor, but somebody's got to deliver, and you did tonight, young man.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know it's...
Let's see if we have Looks like we do. Oh, that's promise.
Yeah, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this because it's something that's beyond my control, but I want Justice Young on this team. That is my number one desire in this matter. So I hope there's no ambiguity there.
Thanks, man. Look, I want to be here. I feel like I'm grown as a player and as a person. It's not up to me what will and will not happen. But at the end of the day, if I had my choice, this is where I'd be, right here on this team.
Plus confidence, that's what it is. Yeah. Let's see what people had to say about the game. Time. Now. So Denver just got this is my fault. It's the newest score I've unlocked. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys want to see more, drop a like. Just if no one likes it, then I'll just go by how many views it has. Hopefully you guys like it. You guys, and then